It was just another peaceful day in the jungle. Timon and Pumba were lounging in the sun, snacking on bugs, and enjoying their carefree life. While Pumba was digging under an old tree stump for more delicious critters, he stumbled upon something odd buried in the mud. "Timon, look at this!" Pumba called out excitedly, holding up a strange-looking device covered in dirt. It was metallic with glowing symbols and buttons, unlike anything they'd ever seen. Timon, always curious about anything out of the ordinary, walked over and inspected it closely. "What do you think it is, Pumba? Maybe some kind of alien technology, or a treasure from a lost civilization?" "Could be," Pumba replied, scratching his head with one hoof. "But what does it do?" Without thinking much, Timon, always eager to test things out, pressed one of the buttons on the device. Instantly, the ground started shaking, and a swirling vortex of light surrounded them. The trees and jungle around them blurred, as they were pulled into a spinning tunnel of time. "Oh! What did I do?" Timon yelled, clinging to Pumba as they both spiraled through the air, zipping past flashes of different times and places. When the swirling finally stopped, Timon and Pumba found themselves in a completely different place. Instead of the jungle, they were standing in the middle of a grand courtyard, surrounded by tall stone walls and towers. Knights in shining armor were marching past them, and people in medieval clothing were bustling around. "Where are we?" Pumba asked, looking confused. Timon squinted and took in the sight. "It looks like we've landed in the Middle Ages, my friend. Look at all the knights and castles. We're in some kind of kingdom." Just then, a knight in armor rode up on a horse and pointed his lance at them. "Halt! Who goes there?" the knight demanded. "Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it easy, buddy," Timon said, waving his hands. "We're just tourists." But before they could explain, a loud trumpet sounded from the castle's main gate. A royal herald appeared and announced, "His Majesty, King Roland, summons all able warriors to the castle to help save the kingdom from a great dragon threat." Timon's eyes widened at the mention of a dragon. "Did he just say dragon?" Pumba gulped. "I don't like the sound of that, Timon." But before they could run for cover, the crowd of knights and soldiers started pushing them towards the castle. Whether they liked it or not, Timon and Pumba were now part of a quest to defeat a dragon. Inside the grand throne room, the king addressed the gathered warriors, knights, and, well, two very out-of-place animals. "Our kingdom is in great peril. The fearsome dragon, Fireclaw, has been terrorizing our lands. I call upon the bravest among you to journey to the dragon's lair, and put an end to this menace." I think there's been a mistake. We're not exactly dragon-fighting material," Timon whispered to Pumba, trying to sneak away. But before they could slip out, the king pointed directly at them.